Welcome to the College Investor Audio Show, where we talk about the biggest issues impacting millennial money, from student loan debt to side hustles to building wealth. We will show you how to get out of debt so that you can build real wealth for the future.
Hello and welcome to the College Investor Audio Show. Maybe you're looking for a little bit of hope and a little light at the end of the student loan tunnel. Today, the complete and easy guide to student loan deferments. Repaying student loans is an essential component of your financial future. We're well aware of the growing animosity towards student loans, but the fact remains that they may be a necessary evil for many people. That's why we created the free definitive guide to student loan debt. It's important to also remember this, that in moderation, student loans can provide you valuable assistance, and there are ways to manage their repayment to maximize the benefits that are available to you. It's no surprise that student loans become a burden in repayment. They are lingering monthly payments that seemingly goes towards nothing. Because of this, they're often one of the first payments to be missed or to let slide into delinquency because you just don't see any movement on them. Even though student loan programs have generous repayment options, you can still default on them, and student loan lenders do report to credit bureaus. Student loans can hurt your credit score just like any other type of loan or credit card. If you find yourself in a situation where you're unable to make your monthly payments on time, then you really should immediately contact your loan servicer. This is going to allow you to explore all the options that are available to you and ensure that you choose the option that's best for you. The student loan deferments and forbearances available to you also depends on the type of loan that you have. Here are some of your options for the most common student loan types. FFEL, Direct Stafford Plus loans. All right, so you will need to contact your loan servicer to request your deferment or forbearance options for these loans. If you're in repayment, you should already be receiving monthly statements from your servicer. But if you're not sure who your servicer is, then you can just visit nslds.gov to find out. nslds.gov, and you can always find links at thecollegeinvestor.com. This database is just a great resource for keeping track of all of your student loans and managing your repayment plan. When your loans are dispersed, they're automatically placed into an in-school deferment period. This means that as long as you're enrolled at least half-time in school, your loan payments are postponed. Once you graduate or separate from your school, you have a 6-month grace period, and then your repayment will begin. At this point, you can explore a few options of further postponing your payments. In-school deferments. If you graduate with a bachelor's and plan to continue on toward a master's or other professional degree, then you can apply for an additional in-school deferment on your student loan. Simply contact the registrar's office for a verification of enrollment and then submit this to your lender. If you're already repaying your loans and decide to go back to school, you can also apply using the same process. Economic hardship deferment. If you're experiencing economic hardship and just unable to repay your student loans, then you can apply for a deferment based on that situation. You might be eligible for up to a 3-year deferment if your economic situation does not improve. In this economic climate, boy, this is something to consider. Now, it's important to note, though, however, that if you have a subsidized Stafford loan, then your interest will always be deferred during your deferment. If you have an unsubsidized Stafford loan or a PLUS loan, then your interest will continue to accrue during your deferment, and it will be added or capitalized to your total loan amount when you begin repayment again. Keep that in mind, please. That could be a shock. Sticker shock. A deferment also must meet strict guidelines from the Department of Education. They are the official governing body on student loan deferments. Now, economic hardship forbearance is another thing, too. If you're unable to qualify for the deferment based on the federal guidelines, then your lender might be willing to grant you a forbearance or temporarily stop your monthly payments. This can only last up to 12 months. The same rules do apply to paying interest as with a deferment. A military service deferment. To be honest, I wish all active duty soldiers serving more than 5 years would have their student loans 100% forgiven. The military does have a generous tuition assistance program. I still wish they could do more. However, if you are active duty, first of all, thank you. Secondly, you can apply for a deferment which will postpone your payments while you fulfill your military obligations. A Perkins loan is also a federally subsidized student loan, but it's one that is issued by your school, and it's repaid directly to your school. Many schools use a third-party servicer to manage their repayment, so you might actually send your monthly payments and deferment requests through that servicer. The same deferments apply for Perkins loans as they do for a Stafford loan, except that Perkins loans' deferment decisions can be made by either your school or their third-party servicer. Now let's take a look at private and alternative loans. There are less federal regulations surrounding private or alternative student loans, but the deferment process really works the same. You'll just simply have to contact your lender for your private loans and request a deferment. Private loans don't have subsidized options, so you will always pay the interest or have the interest capitalized during a period of deferment. Your private loan lender will be able to work with you on temporarily postponing your payments and starting your student loan deferment just to help you avoid those late payments or a loan default. All right, that's all we have for today. I hope that gave you some, ideas and some hope. Student loans. We have a ton of resources for you. We just want to come alongside of you and walk with you through this process to eliminate this debt forever. TheCollegeInvestor.com is where you can go to find all the links and resources you could possibly need for these student loans. Thanks again for stopping by today. We'll talk to you again very soon.